Hi guys, I'm just here to talk to you about pendulums today so that we can get some wisdom from higher powers. And a pendulum is a tool that's been used for thousands of years by lots of different people. Some of you will remember when you've had a friend who was pregnant and someone said, oh, let's just get your wedding ring and hold it over your belly to find out if it's a girl or if it's a boy. So when we want to use a pendulum, we want to say a statement that we know we might say a statement that we don't know is true or false. And the pendulum will connect in with our electromagnetic energy, and it might be connecting in with the person who wants to know the answer to the question, and to higher knowledge out there as well. So we want to make a statement so it's going to give us a yes or no answer basically. And what I always do when I'm using my pendulum, and this is a beautiful crystal pendulum that I got a while ago from my dear friend Christy Eves, who has Mind Soul Sync, and I'm Mind Body Magic. And Christy's one of my Reiki students, but she's also a hypnotherapist, and we both do kinesiology. I've been working this field for a long time, and Christy has too now. And so the pendulum I'm using is one that I got from her little shop. I've got a few others over there too. And what I would normally do is I'll hold that pendulum over my hand, and I'll tune it into a yes or a no answer. So I'll say a statement that I know to be true, and then I'll get a confirmation from the crystal. And sometimes you'll ask a question, you've got no idea what the answer is, but the pendulum will connect in and give you an answer. So first I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm going to hold it still first. Now normally I might put my hand on the desk and do that, but because you can't see that, I'm out of vision, I'll hold it here. I'm going to say, show me yes, show me yes, show me yes, show me yes. Now I'm not consciously doing anything, but the pendulum is now swinging forward and back. Show me no, show me no, show me no, show me no. And so that's a very simple demonstration. I've also got a piece of paper with a circle in it, and I've got yes, no, maybe, and don't need to know, or you're not ready to know. So I can put that down sometimes, and I'll use that and put it over that and just ask the question. So we can use a pendulum to ask, is this medication right for me? And I don't have any medication I'm on, so that's not going to help. You could use it to ask, is this baby is a girl or this baby is a boy? And it's amazing how accurate it can be. I use pendulum sometimes to say, this chakra is balanced, this chakra is balanced. And right now I'm looking at my hand chakra, and luckily that's balanced, but I might use that on the 7 chakras of the body. We can ask all kinds of different questions. Now there's other ways that we can use different kinds of pendulums to get higher wisdom. I must say, with a physical pendulum, our mind can actually influence that, because our intention is everything, and it has energy as well. But there's another way. I'm going to show you another pendulum. And so we can use the body as a pendulum. So we would turn side on, and we would just say the statement, hold yourself nice and firm and steady first. Imagine that thread pulling up through the crown. Get stable, get strong, and then say, I am a girl, I am a girl, I am a girl. And you'll find that your body tips forward. Now, once you're stable again, then you can say another statement that you know is incorrect, and it might be, I'm a boy, and that will tip backwards. So you could just make a statement, whether you know it's true or not, your body will give you that wisdom, that your body will connecting with the energy of that answer, whether it's a yes or a no, whether you test strong to it or you test weak to it. Now, I remember, with the first time I started hearing about stories about the body's energy and getting that wisdom, I know that years ago I went to a Mind Body Spirit Festival with Wayne Dyer, who we call the father of modern spirituality. Wayne passed over a few years ago now, but it was at Darling Harbour. There was Wayne Dyer, there was Deepak Chopra, there was Louise Hay, and Tara Kate Collins, who was a feng shui lady. And Wayne tells this story about when he was teaching he was giving a big lecture. I think he said it was in Brisbane, and there were like 5,000 people in the audience. And what they did was they gave each person an envelope when they came through the door, and half the envelopes had crushed vitamin C in it, and the other half had crushed aspartame, or the fake sugars that go into all those soft drinks. And what they did was they got everybody just to put that over the thymus gland. And the thymus gland is about your immune system. So if we put something here, we can muscle test. So in kinesiology, we would take that hand out and we would say push with equal pressure against my arm, and it would hold strong. Or if it was something that wasn't in accordance or in alignment with your highest good, it would be weak. And so that's not easy to do for yourself. But there's another test I learned many years ago when I did a neuro stress release course. And what you do is you just join these fingers together, and you use the other finger, and I can say I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm a boy. So you're holding equal pressure. I'm a boy, I'm a girl. And what you find is you can't hold strong for something that's not in alignment with your highest good. So that might be it might be something that's a straight out lie, and your body will just give that away. Now, I used that test many years ago when I was healing myself from bone cancer, and I had all these vitamins because I use Reiki, self-hypnosis, meditation, nutrition, and vitamins. And I had all these vitamins that I bought. I was taking about 15, 2 or 3 times a day, different vitamins. And I read that coenzyme Q10 was this great vitamin for dealing with cancer. And so I bought the damn stuff, and it cost me $63. I still remember now. And then I got all my vitamins and I lined them up, and I had things like green key, which is it's got wheatgrass, it's got spirulina, and it's from a company that used to be called New Ways. I think they're called Modern now. And I also had fluorescence, which is also known as cassie tea, which is 8 herbs that are known to kill cancer cells, and you have that in a tea. And there was Genoderma, which is a reishi mushroom, a Japanese reishi mushroom that increases your T4 and T8 natural killer cells. So I had a whole stack of vitamins there. And then I had this coenzyme Q10, which was the new vitamin I bought. And I put all these things on the desk, and I closed my eyes, and I got each one and put it just inside my top, muscle tested. Coenzyme Q10. Now I opened my eyes and went, oh my God, coenzyme Q10, I just bought that. I'm going to test that again. So I put it in, and I closed my eyes and shuffled them 3 times in a row. I did the test, and 3 times in a row, the coenzyme Q10 came up weak for my system. So I gave that to my friend, Rebecca Layard, actually. That was probably 15 years ago or something. And so what I want you to know is that our body has its own wisdom. And if we tune into it, we can get answers from our body. We can find out, and I did it with one of my clients today. We did this kind of muscle test where I was tracking back to trying to find out what age the cause of her arthritis started. And we just went backwards. Was it above 40? Oh, no, was it below 40? Was it below 30? Was it below? And we got right back, and we got back to, it was the age of 9 when something happened. And so we were really quite amazed, because it was something she'd forgotten about a long time ago. And then we were able to go further with some age regression, find out exactly what the cause of that all came from. But she actually, once we found that out, we opened a door in her mind, so she was able to remember things. And once we were able to find it, we were able to resolve it, and that really started clearing her pain away today. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Pendulums, using the body pendulum to sway. And what you'll find is when you're using your body pendulum, if you're actually influencing that, if you want it to be an answer, you'll find yourself leaning. If it's a natural yes or no or yes answer, the whole body will just lose your balance and it'll tip forward a little. So I hope that's been really helpful, everybody. I'm always about education and helping people to learn a little bit more about self-help. And if that empowers you to have some tools that you can use for yourself, then go for it. That's what I say. And if you've got any more questions, pop them down below. I'm happy to share any information or any answers I've got for you. This is Carol McRae, Mind Body Magic in Macquarie Street in Dubbo. And I'm always here. I'm a hypnotherapist, clinical and 5-path hypnotherapist, a Reiki master, master and teacher. I am a kinesiologist. I do kinetic shift. I do Seishem, which is the Egyptian healing system. I do theta healing. I do all kinds of stuff. I used to be a nurse, and I've run fitness centers for over 20 years. So I've got a lot of information, but it all fits together. So I've got more tools to help my clients. So have a lovely day, everyone. And I will see you all another time when I find something else I think we can pop up very quickly. Have a lovely night and a lovely day. And thank you, everyone. See you soon.